Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about cash envelopes. Now, we are going to be doing my second cash stuffing of the month, but in addition to that, I will be giving those newbies out there who are thinking about doing cash envelopes, I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents on them, and we're going to talk a little bit about what they are, the different categories, what I feel the pros and the cons are, and all that good stuff. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get into this video. I hope all is well. Like I said it before, we are going to be stuffing some of my cash envelopes. In addition to that, I did not mention this, but we are going to be stuffing some of my sinking funds as well. Before we do that, I want to go ahead and put the money into the cash tray. Now today we will be stuffing $456. $255 of that is going to go to my cash envelopes, and $201 is going to go to my sinking fund. I would like to give a big shout out to my supporter of the day, and her name is Armani Speaks. Now guys, Armani was the very first supporter to comment on my last video, so thank you so much, Armani. I appreciate your support. Now let's go ahead and get this money into the cash tray so we can go ahead and start talking about these cash envelopes. Now I know a lot of you are hesitant about doing cash envelopes, and you're probably wondering what all the hoopla is about. Well, there is a lot of hoopla because us in the budgeting community, we love our cash envelopes. For some of us, it has actually changed our lives and the way we look at our money. So, oh my goodness, fam, I am so sorry. I forgot to give the inspirational quote of the day, but here it is. Don't be fooled by the calendar. There are only as many days in the year as you make use of. And that is by Charles Richards. So, what I'm going to do is set this off to the side real quick, guys. And we are going to pull out my everyday cash envelopes. Now, I call these my everyday cash envelopes, guys. Some people just call them cash envelopes. I call them my everyday cash envelopes because this is the money that I use on a daily basis. Now, you have, when you are, or if you are thinking about doing cash envelopes, the first thing you want to do is, first of all, set up a budget. In addition to that, you want to think about what categories you want to use for your cash envelopes. Now, there are many different categories out there. What you choose is what you choose, but the main categories I've seen out there are groceries, eating out, spending, gas, beauty, etc. But again, you choose the ones that are important to you. Now, my categories are groceries, dining out, spending, beauty, allowance, and gas. So the first thing I'm gonna do real quick before we continue talking about it is I am going to pull out any money that I have left from the last stuffing so I can put it off to the side, and I'm gonna talk to you about what to do with leftover money in a minute. But I do have money left in groceries. I have $24, guys. Can you believe that? Dining out, I have 14. Spending, I don't have any. Guys, beauty, I still have my $100, but we're keeping that in there because I will be getting my hair braided. Allowance, we have 4. And then gas, we have 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my rollover envelope, guys. And again, for those of you who are new, we will talk about what you would do with your leftover cash envelope money in a moment. Now, how much should you put in your cash envelope? Again, that is really up to you. But what you want to do is set a spending target for each of your envelopes. Now, for me, my main reason for doing cash envelopes is so that I can control my spending in certain areas of my overall budget, that being groceries and especially dining out. Now, what I did, you can do this if you want to, guys, but what I did was I actually did a deep dive and I looked at my past 12 months of my bank statement. I wanted to look at how much I was spending in dining out or eating out. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stuff these while I talk to you guys. Now, groceries is going to get $150. 50, 100, 20, 40, 50. So that's 150 for groceries. So I looked at how much I was spending in dining out over the whole year, guys. And what I did was I pulled my bank statements. I got a highlighter and I just started highlighting. If we went to fast food, if we went to restaurants, whatever the case may be. After I was done highlighting it, what I did was, now dining is going to get $100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So I added up all of the amounts, whether it was from, fast food restaurants, whatever the case may be, and it added up to over $5,400, guys. That was an eye-opener for me. So what I said was, I want to cut my dining out down by 50%. So what I did was I divided it by the $5,400 by 2, got an amount, still thought that was too high. So I said, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a target for dining out at $200 a month, which is about $2,400 a year. So that is how I created my target spending for dining out. Now, when it comes to your variable expenses or your cash envelopes, you can change them anytime you need to based on how your spending is going. You can get set amounts, or you can create set amounts for your different categories. And then next month, something may come up to where you need to increase them. For instance, inflation right now with the grocery, with the amount that we have to pay for groceries now. But I'm just saying that to say, if you set a target for each one, it is okay if you have to adjust it. That's why it is variable. You have to change it depending upon the needs of your family. Now, the next one is spending, guys. Spending is going to get $30. It is not 30. I'm sorry. It's going to get $15. And you know what? Let me go back. Dining out does not get $100. Dining out only gets $50. Just thought about that. It gets $50 per week, $100 per pay. So let me put that in there. Now spending is going to get $15, a 10 and a 5. So one thing I would suggest you do is do an exercise of pulling your bank statements for the past 6 months to a year. Take a few highlighters and highlight where you spent at, how much it was for, and see how much you spent. Trust me when I tell you, you will be surprised, because typically any charges other than your regular bills like gas, electric, water, cable, mortgage, rent, all of that, that is paid out either electronically, check, or whatever. But everything else, all you're doing is swiping that debit card. So it's like out of sight, out of mind. But trust me, if you do this exercise, you will be surprised at where your money is going. But anyway, beauty is not getting anything today. Allowance is going to get $10, 5, 10. And gas, guys, is going to get $25, 20 and 5. Now, let's talk about what to do with your leftover money. Say, for instance, you've got your budget all together. You got your envelopes categories all set. You've already put your money in each one, depending upon when you get paid, if you're going to stuff it every week, every 2 weeks. But when it comes to stuffing it again, you have money left over. Well, first of all, that is an awesome thing to have money left over. And us in the budgeting community, we celebrate when we have leftover money in our envelopes, because this means you were very disciplined and not going over budget. So trust me, when you have leftover money, that is a good thing. Now, it may also mean that you need to go back to the drawing board a little bit, and maybe you don't need to put as much money in gas. Maybe you don't need to put as much money in eating out. But I would wait about 3 to 4 months before you make those type of adjustments, just to see what type of spending pattern you have. Now, once you have that rollover money, right, what are you going to do with it? Now, I suggest 3 things. You can keep the money in the envelope and roll it over to the next week or month. You can take that money that you have left and use it towards your debt. You can also use the extra money to invest, and you can also use that extra money to save, which is what I do all the time. So this extra money that you see here that I put over in this rollover envelope, this money goes directly to my savings challenges. And then once I complete a savings challenge, that savings challenge money goes to a larger savings challenge goal. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and move to my revolving and long-term sinking funds. Okay, guys, I have my revolving binder here. We're going to go ahead and stuff my revolving sinking funds and my long-term sinking funds. And I'm also going to talk to you guys about some pros and some cons I found when it comes to doing cash envelopes. Now, the first category we are going to stuff is car maintenance. Car maintenance, guys, is going to be getting $128. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 25, 26, 27, 28. Now, guys, I already have this tracked in my Notiq tracker, but let's go ahead and count how much we have in my car maintenance fund. And as you guys know, I'm trying to get this beefed up because I'm going to need some breaks soon. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We have $228 in the car maintenance sinking fund. Okay, the next sinking fund is Me Money. Now, Me Money has taken a hit because I got my nails done. I got my hair braided 2 weeks ago. But I got those really big braids to where they don't really last long. The next ones that I'm going to get are going to be smaller braids. But anyway, Me Money is going to be getting $18. So it's going to get a 10, a 5, and 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. And after I add this, let's see how much we have left. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 21, 22. Geez, right here. Okay. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. $148 in Me Money. Now, let's talk about some pros and some cons real quick when it comes to having cash envelopes. Now, and this is just my opinion. So this is what I think my pros and cons are when it comes to dealing with cash envelopes. Now, a pro for me is that it forces you to plan your spending before the month begins. And this helps you get into the habit of doing a budget, guys. It's very, very important to do a budget if you want to get a hold of your finances. And in addition to that, another pro is you will be able to easily see how much you are spending in each category because they are separated. Now, the next envelope we are doing, guys, is YouTube. YouTube is going to be getting $20. So 10, 20. And actually, I'm going to be taking this money out because I did a 3K giveaway on Sunday. I was supposed to pick 2 winners, but I actually picked 3 winners, and each winner won a $30 monetary gift. So I'm going to be pulling this money out, and I'm going to start all over again. And our next drawing will be when I hit 4,000 subscribers. So this is 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I'm going to put this in here for now, but when we get off camera, I'm going to take it out and make sure I track it. Now, let's talk about some cons real quick. And these are just my cons when it comes to cash envelopes. Carrying physical envelopes, which you can be a bit much. It can be dangerous, especially when your cash envelopes have a lot of money in them. Now, What I suggest you do is don't carry them all with you. If you have groceries, dining out, gas, spending, beauty, so on and so forth, and all you're going to do for today is go to the grocery store, just take out your envelope for your groceries and leave all of your other envelopes at home. That way you don't have that much money on you, and at the same time you're being safe. Another con to me is tracking can be very daunting and very tedious, especially if you're going to different places in one day and you're using different envelopes. You have to sit down and make sure you write out everywhere that you went to and which envelopes you used as well. But I love cash envelopes. I love the fact that I started doing them because, trust me when I tell you, it has changed my financial life. It has changed my financial journey. I am saving a lot more now. And the biggest thing is, guys, I know where my money is going, which is the most important thing. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. General funds, guys. General funds is going to be getting $15. So let's do 10 and a 5. And once we put this money in general funds, let's see how much we have now, or miscellaneous. Now, someone in my comments asked me what general funds is for. General funds is for any purchases that I make that are not covered under any of my envelopes. So that is what general funds are for. But anyway, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88. We have $88 in the general fund. And then last but not least, guys, let's go ahead and do my long-term sinking funds real quick. And I only have 3, which is my 3 grandkids. Now, Elijah will be getting $10. Elijah is my oldest grandson. And let's go ahead and put this 10 in here. This is a $50 placeholder. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Elijah has $127. Next, we have Nalia. Nalia is the next oldest, and she is getting $5. Once we add her $5, that gives us 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. And then next we have Messiah, and I have an extra 5 for some reason. This happens to me all the time. That is really weird. But anyway, Messiah, we call him Sai. He's the youngest. He will be getting $5. That's a $50 placeholder. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. Well, we have an extra 5. I need to go through my numbers to see where that goes. But other than that, that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're a newbie out there to cash envelopes, if you have any questions for me, if I've confused you in any way, please let me know. I would be happy to talk with you about it. But guys, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment below. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. I would love to have you here. Guys, have a great rest of your week. I will see you during Save Day Sunday. God bless. Bye, guys.